it's Tom. I'm sitting here with three teachers of the Europa School in Bournemouth, and I would like you to introduce yourselves, please.
Hello, I'm Jane Skellett, and I've been teaching at international projects for a number of years now. That's me.
Thank you.
Hi, I'm Darren. It's my first year with this school, but I've been a teacher for a number of years. I've known Jane for a long while, so we're quite experienced old hands.
Hi, I'm Ollie. It's my first year as well. I've been teaching for a few years, and I suppose I'm the young hands.
We need your energy.
But I mean, the system at the school is quite nice, isn't it? Because we've got older and younger people. You know, you've got experience and new ideas. It works very well.
Generational. Yeah, it's nice. So, what's the main goal while teaching your students?
Well, I think in fact, I've had it just this morning with some new students in. I'm teaching the young learners at the moment, and they're all ready for their grammar, and I have to tell them, no. Or we will sort the grammar out as we go along, but actually that's not what the goal of our lessons are. That's what they learn in their schools during their school term times back in their own countries. Wouldn't you agree? That they're here to practice and to actually use their English in lots of different ways and situations. So it's very much a living language, and therefore moving. And I try to emphasise that mistakes are good, actually, because we all make mistakes, and we do. Even native speakers.
It's true.
And especially when you're thinking on your feet and it's spontaneous speech, you don't form your grammar properly all the time. Not necessarily, but it's how we communicate and to get confidence.
Okay.
So that's what I'm about.
Yeah, I mean, I'd agree. Confidence is very important, and I think when you're in a normal classroom situation, you can be focused too much on producing what the teacher has asked you to produce. Whereas in fact, I mean, to be good at a language, you have to have the understanding of how the little bits go together to make actually communication and dialogue. So one of the things I do in my lessons is I listen very carefully to how students are actually using their language, whether they're using it like an English person is, because then we can actually correct them so that when they are talking to English people or people who are in English, the communication is actually there. And that can happen actually without all the right grammar, if you have the right pieces, the right emphasis, things like that.
Yeah, well, take for instance, if you come across a text and students never seen a particular word before, you can have all the grammatical understanding in the world, and then they'll look at this and try and say it, and they'll have no idea. And the idea is just we teach that side, or at least attempt to try and push it so that they can get this confidence and be able to look at a new word and go, right, doesn't matter if I'm wrong, I'm going to say it. It's like, even when we're doing pronunciation work, I don't mind making myself look silly for them, because again, if you make it fun and try and introduce the idea in a fun way, then by the 25 minutes into the lesson, maybe a couple of the students might realise that, oh, hold on, I've been learning for the last 25 minutes.
Exactly, that's right.
The teacher's disguised it. You showed it to them. But again, that's sort of what we do, try and push the fluency side of it.
So you would say it's a different kind of teaching than in school?
Yes.
It is, and I think particularly here we're very relaxed. Okay, we don't have any particular set of exams we're trying to get through or anything like that. It's really looking at your class as teachers. Okay, looking at the different individuals in the class and how they're using their language, and just helping them to use language, because we're the English experts, because we're the English teachers. So a lot of it doesn't come out of the books, it comes out of my understanding and Jane's and all these understanding of the language.
Alright, the motto of IP International is learn more than a language. Could you explain what does that mean for the lessons?
Well, yes. I mean, again, it links into exactly what we've been saying: confidence and fluency, and knowing how to communicate efficiently and effectively with people. Because we now understand globally that English is developing as a complete hybrid. It always has done. This is nothing new. we always tend to think there's a fixed English because of the course books, but there isn't. There's Australian English, New Zealand English, there's American English, as we know. Those are more official ones. But we've now got Indian English, Asian English, Chinese English. All these different people are probably never going to speak English with a native English speaker. They will be speaking English with people from different countries who have learnt it as their second language. And therefore, English is just going all over the place, which is why it is a lingua franca, because it can do that. It actually has the structures that allow it to do that. However, that means that for someone who's wanting to pin it down and learn the grammar and the correct way, they have to kind of realise that actually, no, it's all going to, and I keep telling them it's going to change, you've got to look out for signposts, and so it's teaching them those skills,
Yeah,
really.
I think I like the idea of being embedded in a community or embedded in a situation. So it's not so much about what happens as individuals, but what happens as a group is that you can actually experience more than just language. I mean, language is just a tool that we use. Yeah. So the kind of environment that the school creates is one in which people can have fun, they can enjoy themselves, and like you said, almost learn the language incidentally by chance while they are doing other things, which is actually, how do children learn? How do children learn their own language? They don't sit down and study books. They're immersed in the situation. So I think this is the focus of the school.
Well, take for instance the excursions, when it gives the students opportunity to go out and experience different parts of England, but when they come back into the classroom, it's immediate talking points. And for instance, one student who's not gone on the trip, who's just arrived, might explain to the other students, saying, "Oh, this is amazing, you must go." It's like, well, you just drop what you're doing, go now. But it gives them a situation, even just going out into Bournemouth itself, talking to them, going into a shop and asking for something, it gives them an opportunity to put what we taught them into practice, and they'll feel more confident for having done so, rather than when they leave the classroom, say back in their native country, they'll go back to speaking their native tongue, and then by next week or whenever the next lesson will be, they would most likely have not thought about it again. Whereas this then gives them the opportunity to go and practice it, use it in any situation, really.
Alright, so thank you very much. I wish you a lot of fun with your students.
Thank you.
And goodbye.